Sat Shri Akalji.
Sattriya Kalji.
So today we're doing a deep dive, not into, some fleeting trend, but into some really timeless wisdom.
That's right. We're looking at a profound couplet written by Guru Teg Bahadurji.
And it feels like a kind of roadmap, doesn't it? Something that can really anchor you in the middle of all the chaos of modern life.
Exactly. Our mission today is pretty simple. Unpack this one couplet. It speaks directly to the three big stages of life: childhood, youth, and old age.
And it tells you what's needed to make those years actually feel meaningful.
And to avoid that, the universal feeling of loss we all sometimes feel.
Okay, let's unpack this. So the opening line is it's brutally honest. It says childhood, youth, and old age. Know these as the three main stages.
It sounds so simple.
It does, but it just hits you with this fundamental truth that these phases, they're so transient. Everyone, from their teen years onward feels this.
What's fascinating to me is the direct challenge in that. Life moves in these phases and they go by so fast. None of us are immune to the stages of life, but that brings up a really big question, doesn't it? For anyone trying to build a career or just survive in this competitive world,
Mm,
isn't chasing those goals, those, massive dreams of youth, isn't that necessary?
that's the real tension.
Yeah. If we're told to just focus on the internal, do we risk becoming sort of detached, just
Mm.
passive?
That question really hits home for me. I I can still remember the smell of fresh notebooks in kindergarten,
Hmm.
and then the thrill of being young and unstoppable in my 20s. But now I see the gray hair on my parents' heads and I feel this quiet fear.
Right.
As a child, I chased toys. As a youth, I chased dreams. And now watching old age, I just feel like I'm chasing time.
And that feeling of emptiness, of things slipping away even when you succeed.
Yes. It felt like holding water in my open hands. Everything just slipped away.
That is precisely why the focus has to shift. This anchor we're talking about, it isn't about passivity at all. It's
Yeah.
about how you define yourself.
Yeah.
When the couplet talks about connecting to the divine within, that doesn't have to be a big, complex religious thing. Yeah. It's accessible. It's about cultivating deep self awareness.
So it's about recognizing your value beyond what you own or what you achieve.
Exactly. And that's the mechanism that turns fear into acceptance, anxiety into just awareness.
Yeah.
That shift in definition is key.
That realization is why the next line of the couplet is so powerful.
It really is. We actually have a short recording. Just take a moment. This is being recited by AP Singh from Sikh Dharamsal.
बाल जवानी अर बिरध फुन तीन अवस्था जाने कहो नानक हर भजन बिन बिरथा सब ही माने.
Listen to how lively and powerful it sounds in the original words. The complete message is so direct, so sharp. It says, without connecting to the divine within, childhood, youth, and old age are all wasted.
Here's where it gets really interesting for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that, I realized my whole life had been about becoming something smarter, richer, stronger, but it was never about remembering who I truly am inside.
That internal connection was missing.
Yeah, totally. So since that day, I try to start my mornings not with my phone, but with just remembrance. I try to choose patience over anger, humility over ego, awareness over distraction.
And it's not about perfection.
Not at all. My life didn't become perfect,
Mm.
but it became meaningful. And now I don't fear growing older.
Because you're no longer letting life just pass by.
Exactly. I'm no longer letting my life pass without knowing the one who lives within me.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
for you, the listener, this is everything. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with, say, comparison culture in your youth or retirement anxiety later on.
Right.
That temporary happiness you get from external things will always slip away. The only real anchor, the only thing that stops your life from feeling wasted is that internal connection.
It's a framework for every stage of life.
It is. It
Yeah.
lets peace and joy flow more naturally without constantly chasing the next thing. So, to leave you with something to think about, here's a final provocative thought. If you could choose only one stage of life, childhood, youth, or old age, to live with that full divine awareness, which one do you think would guarantee the most enduring peace?
That's a great question to reflect on. And before we sign off, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your family and friends so not only you, but they too can learn and grow together on this path.
Sat Shri Akalji.
Sat Shri Akalji.